So in this video, I'll be talking about why you're not sub-12 with the Roux method. So let's get started. I can't just tell you exactly everything you need to do to get sub-12. I'm not some sort of genius who can know exactly what you need to improve on. So most of it is just knowing what you have to improve on yourself. So by now you're probably experienced enough that you know what you need to work on and how to improve. So this quote just sums up what I just said. Information is not knowledge, the only source of knowledge is experience. So you can probably give yourself better tips by just looking at yourselves than what I can give you, but I'm still gonna talk about some general things I think you can improve on. So move count is gonna be the same as before from the sub-15 video, 9, 16, 10, 15. Not much to say there, but your splits are gonna change, obviously. On Gil's Roux site, he suggests 2, 4, 2, 3, but mine at sub-12 were 2, 3, 2, 4, so it's just going to depend on what your strengths are. So inspection, you want to definitely plan your whole block, your whole first block. Moving on, you want to use more advanced finger tricks because first block uses a variety of different moves. So to prevent regrips, you want to be able to do a bunch of moves with different fingers. So just, you can pause it right here and take a look at the advanced finger tricks that I think you should learn that aren't very obvious. So this is for left hand. So just leave that up for a few seconds. And now the same thing for right hand. All right, moving on. So when you're inspecting, you want to scan the cube systematically to find pairs, one move pairs, easy blocks, patterns you've seen before, so you just want to choose the best block you can. And also, when you're looking ahead from first block to second block, what I find to be useful is you can tilt your head to force yourself to look at the right side of the cube. So now you're not looking at first block, you're looking at second block, and also the cube's tilted so you can see the back slot better. For second block, you want to get more efficient and get better at dealing with ugly cases. So this one, it's pretty bad, but if you just use some wide moves like this, it's better and it's very finger tricky. But here, this solution right here, where you bring the corner and flip it over, that's a little CFOP-ish in thinking. So you just want to experiment with those. For CMLL, so just like the first block, you want to have advanced finger tricks. You want to drill your algs, so maybe sit down for 5 minutes a day and drill a couple of algs that you want to work on. You want to have good algs, so algs you can actually do fast and that are actually good, so mine would be a good place to start. As I've said before, you want to replace bad ones, so if you started cubing a while ago, before I made my algs public, then try to replace some of them with mine. Don't AUF too much to recognize cases, that's just unnecessary. Maybe once for recognition and once to get into the angle to execute. And you want to learn the effect on edge orientation that your CMLLs do. So, for example, if it's a J perm, I know it doesn't do anything, but if it's F sexy F prime, I know it flips this UF and UB. So then I can have better look ahead into LSE. And for LSE itself, you want to do EO from multiple angles. So for right here, this case, you can do U prime and do it there, or you can just do it from here. So in this case, for someone who's trying to get sub-12, you would just do it from right here because you don't want to AUF. You want to look ahead to LR edges. So going back to this case specifically, we have this orange and this red right here. So there's no reason to pause between EO and LR edges because you know where these are. So you could just trace them out. Good 4C recognition. So that's for all cases. So you want to be canceling into the U2, M2, U2 case, predicting the M prime, U2, M2, U2, M prime case, predicting the 3-cycle cases, good recognition on those. And lastly, dots execution. So that's E2M, E2M prime. You want to develop a good way you can do it, maybe in half a second. I have a video on that, and so does Alex Lau. So you can check those out for some ideas on how to do it. So now, just like before, we're going to have the slow solve by me and a solve critique. Okay, so here's the slow solve. One thing I forgot to mention in the last part of the video is that the TPS you need to be sub-12 is just a little bit over 4. I think it's 4.1 or so. So you still don't need to be turning fast. So right here I see there's a one move pair, so I'll either be doing blue or red, and it looks like it's gonna be red. So here we go. So that was well sub 12. Might have been turning too fast. I'll just be analyzing Iuri's solve. So overall, the solve was pretty good. There isn't anything super obvious that I would say needs to change, but just a few things to work on are second block specifically. You need better look ahead in TPS, but otherwise, CMLL and LSC were good, and inspection was good, and the solution overall was pretty solid. So now I'll do the reconstruction. So I'll go step by step as always. So he did x2y. That's not y, that's y prime, y. Okay, and he did this red block with yellow bottom. So his solution was E prime to put that center, and then pair this with that. So F, U, B. And then he has this pair with this. So U prime, U, R wide, F prime. Now, I like that block solution. I probably would have done something like that. So the only thing I would say about that first block is that I saw you regrip 2 or 3 times. So this is where the advanced finger tricks come in. So what I would do is hold the cube like this with my left hand and do E prime with my middle finger like that. So E prime, or not even, I would actually just rotate and do U prime D. So starting like this, I just go right hand like this. So I'd go U prime D, F, U, B with my ring finger in the back, one regrip, U prime, R U, R, F prime. Just like that. And then that leaves the same continuation. So we'll keep going with that. For his second block, first he saw this and flipped it like that. R U R2, and then U. And then he did this pair with this. So R U R wide, U2, R wide prime, U prime, R wide, and then this pair right here. So he did it like this, R U R prime, R wide U R prime. So that's not too bad, except that last pair, I would have rather done it with R U prime, or R U M prime U R prime, something like that. For second block, I would have done something slightly different. I would have done R wide prime to flip this, but then I would have flipped this while doing the R prime, and then U M prime. And then I would have seen this, so UM, pair them up, and just like that. So that actually gave me JPerm, whatever. Oh, OLCP, I could have, yeah, that would have been a good solve. Anyways, moving on. For CMLL, he recognizes Soons from this angle using the sticker, like some of these stickers, I don't know which ones, but he just did Sexy Sledge Soon, which is what I would have done. I recognize with this side, nothing to say there. Just like that. So obviously I would have done the same thing. Yeah, nothing to say there. And for his LSE, he got the 2 flipped on bottom, 2 flipped on top with adjacent on top. So it's just M2 to get arrow, U prime, MU, M prime to orient, U, and then these M prime, U2, M prime, and then U, M, U2, M, U2, M2. So that's the same thing. I would have done the same, except now I'm starting to do some more EOLR stuff. And Iuri, I know you helped me generate EOLR algs or come up with them, and I know you're familiar with misoriented centers and stuff. So here, I would actually do U, MU2, M prime to get this arrow. And then now these are set up like this. So I can just do M, U prime, M2, and then U M prime U2, just like that. So for most of you who are trying to get sub 12, if you're watching this, you shouldn't be looking into stuff that's that advanced like EOLR or misoriented centers. But Iuri, I know your LSC is really solid and you're familiar with these things. So just if you want to work more on LSC, that's one of the things you should be working on. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it'll get you help you be sub 12.